Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I've been asked by Staff Council to open our event today with an invocation. And so I would like to invite you as we start a new semester and a new year, just to pause for a moment and bring to mind whatever it is you're grateful for. What is your gratitude as we enter this new season and this new semester and this new space? So we'll just take a few moments for that. And so let us give thanks for the opportunities for new growth in ourselves and our work. Let us give thanks for moments of hope, purpose, and joy. And let us give thanks for the food before us and those that have prepared it. And let us give thanks for our friends and peers who have reached milestones in service and friendship and partnership. Amen.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chad, for that really inspiring prayer. Very inspiring. My name's Imogene Johnson. I'm the Human Resources Director here at Ohio Wesleyan, and I am thrilled to greet you this morning with the amazing Tanique Dennis from the admissions team, who will be our MC for today's program. Today's program is a staff recognition program for the work and service of our staff employees for the year 2024. We're delighted to be here together to acknowledge those folks and also to acknowledge this service as a collaborative, a wonderful partnership between Human Resources and the Staff Council. Take it away, Madam MC.
Oh my goodness, I feel so important. Well, good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Good. All right, get some claps. All right, excellent. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. As Ms. Imogene said, my name is Tanique Dennis. I'm the Director of Access and Strategic Recruitment out of the Office of Admissions. Excited to be here today. Many of you that know me know I like to be a little interactive, so you're not just going to sit here and look at me. I want you guys to look at each other. There's a thing called turn to your neighbor. For those of you who know what this is, okay? So I want you to turn to your neighbor. That's the person sitting next to you. You can choose one person, okay? Turn to your neighbor, and I want you to say, I appreciate the work that you do. All right. Sounds like a lot of appreciation. Okay, that's awesome. Now I want you to turn to your other neighbor on the other side, and I want you to say, I'm glad that you're here. All right, good job, everybody. All right, we're going to get things moving along, and as many of you know, I'm from the Office of Admissions, and we like to talk, so sometimes it's really hard to be in really these short time constraints. However, keeping that in mind, I do want to acknowledge some amazing human beings. As Ms. Imogene mentioned, I'm representative of our Staff Council, and the Staff Council is representative of some just fantastic people across the university. And so I'm going to ask that they stand and be acknowledged, starting with our amazing leaders, which didn't know I was going to call them out, but our amazing leaders, co-chairs, Ms. Sarah Stuntz, and co-chair, Ms. Emily Pates. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Excellent. And then also we have Mr. Calvin Cleary, Kate Cole, Beth Fidouse, Colby Brock, Todd Miller, Betsy Reiser, Ms. Ima Jean, Shane Andrews, Candace Bowman, Thea Smickens, Mindy Burke, and Newton Kimberly. You guys didn't stand. Just stand and be acknowledged. Okay, wonderful. The Staff Council today, in conjunction with HR, has put on this amazing event where we will be acknowledging years of service. We are grateful for everyone that is here today. So first, actually, we need to bring up someone actually very important because I'm getting ahead of myself. I said the man of the hour, but a phenomenal human being, our leader, Mr. President Matt Vandenberg. Welcome. I was getting ready to take over.
Thank you for that extra hype, Tanique. How are we doing, bishops? Yeah. Happy New Year to all of you. Happy new semester. This is a great day. There's nothing like some Arctic weather to usher everything in. I'm from Michigan, but this is cold for me too. I want to start with a couple of very special thank yous. First of all, to Human Resources, to Ima Jean and colleagues. They do so many things for our faculty and staff, including making sure that we all get paid, which we really like. So I want to take a moment, and if our colleagues and friends in Human Resources could stand, including Ima Jean, so we can thank them, I would invite them to do so now. I also would like to offer my own thanks to the Staff Council who go above and beyond the call of duty to organize this event. They strive to make Ohio Wesleyan an even better place to work for all of us. And so I know that they just stood and received our applause, but how about one more round of applause for our colleagues on the Staff Council? So I am now in my second year, 18 months in, and I'm pretty sure that makes me a seasoned veteran at Ohio Wesleyan. And so speaking from my incredibly deep well of experience, I can tell you that this is absolutely one of the best events that we do all year. Truly, it is an honor to be with all of you and to celebrate the work and the accomplishments of our staff and everything that we do for the university. It is, I think, appropriate that we gather to honor our service to each other and to our students today on this National Day of Remembrance for a man who is revered as much for his service to others as for his time as President of the United States. I'm, of course, speaking of Jimmy Carter. Now, to be sure, becoming POTUS is a really big deal. It's the kind of thing that gets you a state funeral and a national day of mourning when you pass away. But almost universally, Jimmy Carter's legacy was defined not by the high office that he held, but actually by the way he lived his life after serving in that high office. Jimmy Carter lived with humility. He had relentless compassion for other people, and his legacy is one of service to others and care for others. And his life certainly reminds me, and I think a lot of us, that true greatness comes not from the titles that we hold and not from our political ideologies or even from the policies that we seek to advance. It comes from the difference that we make in the lives of the others who are around us. And so today, before the daily grind of a new semester begins, we pause to appreciate each other, to appreciate how we treat each other, how we work together, and how we all serve our students. We are here to remember and reflect on the idea that all of us are here working on a cause that is bigger than any of us as individuals. Our common bond, the glue that kind of holds all of us together, no matter what we happen to do for this university, is the success of our students. Bringing students to OWU, helping them to persist and succeed, to retain, to graduate, and then to flourish after they are here. That is what we do. That is our mission. Every single one of us is in the business of student success. And friends, as a campus, as a community, OWU happens to be conducting that business in historically extraordinary fashion. In fact, it feels a little bit like we might be on the verge of a renaissance. This fall, we welcome one of the largest classes in recent memory, 474 first-year students. It was the single most diverse class in our 182-year history. Our overall enrollment is rising again from just over 1,400 students last year to more than 1,500 students this year. And don't look now, but we are graduating a smaller senior class, and make no mistake about it, we are going to bring in another big class this fall. Now, here's a fun bit of trivia for all of you. There are 13 colleges and universities in the Great Lakes Colleges Alliance, the GLCA, and I'd like to ask you a question. Which institution is number one for year-over-year growth in deposits? That's right, it's Denison. It's not Denison, it's Ohio Wesleyan University. Right now, at this point in the year, a lot of runway left, but we already have 93 deposits for the upcoming fall semester, and that is about double where we were last year, and we all know that we had a terrific class last year despite the headwinds. So when this community continues to work together, and that's exactly what we will do, we're going to have a shot at getting back to 1,600 students next year, if you can believe that. And thanks to a years-long effort in student success and retention, our rates of success continue to rise. In fact, 4 years in a row of successive increases in our first to second year student retention. We're now at almost 85% first to second year retention, which is astonishing. And let me tell you something, when I go and visit alumni at events in New York and DC and San Francisco and Cleveland and Columbus and everywhere in between, this is my impression of their reaction. They can't believe it because they all hear how challenging this landscape is, and they are all floored by the results of the hard work that you're investing in our institution. At OWU, thanks to you, we're building a reputation for boldness and kindness and innovation. Our initiatives and our programs are beginning to bring us heightened visibility and influence, sometimes even at the national and international levels. We're garnering historic gifts, philanthropic investments that are moving the needle for Ohio Wesleyan. Earlier this fall, we celebrated a $12 million gift, the largest in our 182-year history, to advance our work with first-generation college students. The list goes on and on. And the takeaway that I would like for all of you to have is that these successes are not just owned by Ohio Wesleyan University. They are not just OWU successes. They are your successes. If you are sitting in this room, you are directly responsible for what I just shared. You each are changing lives. Whether you feed others, counsel or coach our students, if you manage programs, if you ensure student safety or comfort, if you teach in the classroom, if you support academic operations, if you clean or maintain our grounds or our buildings, if you support classroom or lab activities, or if you do anything else, know this: your efforts are working. What you are doing is working, and you specifically matter. And I want you to know, in answer to Chad's earlier question, What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for the people that you are, for the work that you do, and for the way that you do that work. Friends, right now what we are seeing is, I think, the beginning of something extraordinary. The energy, the innovation, and the selfless service that each of you are pouring into our university, they are indeed setting the stage for a Renaissance moment for Ohio Wesleyan. So thank you again. This is going to be a great day. It always is a great day to be a bishop, isn't it? And now I will invite Tanique to continue our program.
Thank you so much, President Vandenberg. We are going to proceed with acknowledging years of service, and we're first going to start with apologies, technology. Okay, we'll leave that there. We're going to start with first year acknowledgement. And so we have over 30 new associates that have been here for 1 year, maybe some a little over a year. And right now we're going to ask that you stand just so that you can be acknowledged when your name is called, and then we're going to clap, okay? So Miss Lindsay Allen, Assistant Director, Stewardship. Kristen Assortin, and apologies if I'm mispronouncing your name, STEM and Pre-Health Career Catalyst. Janie Bailey, Public Safety Officer. Josie Bear, Executive Director of our program. Colby Brock, President's Office, Postgraduate Assistant. Tobias Cook, General Maintenance Technician. Jamal David, Assistant Director of Transfer and Mission. Kiana Deiches, Assistant Director of Social Media and Digital Communications. Michael Gee, New York Arts Program Coordinator. Cheston Gray, Clinical Counselor. Melissa Grimes, Assistant Director of the Marching Band, Assistant Marching Band Director. Lauren Hensley, Director of Holistic Advising. Zendeko Juskov, BACC and Writing Center Consultant. Jack Knotts, Admissions Counselor. Julie Lapp, Advancement Data Coordinator. Carrie Lindenkamp, Executive Assistant to the VP for Finance and Administration. Deborah Lovell, Academic Assistant. Jonathan Maldonado, Residential Life Coordinator. Ryan Masterson, Senior Director of Financial Innovation, Planning and Budget. Abby McMaster, Assistant Director of Admission. Michaela Nelson, Assistant Field Hockey Coach. Kylie Pellegrin, Physics Lab Manager and Instructor. Tara Penna, Admissions Counselor. Jack Prim, Studio Art Technician. Matthew Rice, Assistant Men's Lacrosse Coach. Lee Richards, Registrar. Joshua Siders, Academic Assistant. Thea Smickens, Director of First Gen Student Success. Adam Smith, VP of Enrollment. Lauren Smith, Student Mailroom Associate. Amaya Smith, Assistant Women's Volleyball Coach. Abigail Stoner, Assistant Director of Athletics. And Matthew Vandenberg, our President. Christopher Yates, Director of Ross Art Museum. And Allison Zhang, our Controller. Nobody's standing. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? We are so glad that you're here. And so we are going to move on to acknowledge our 5-year milestone, those who have served here at Ohio Wesleyan for 5 years. And we have 18 associates. You are going to be receiving a beautiful certificate, as well as a very plush embroidered Owu blanket. It's very nice. Okay, so when I call your name, you're going to come up and receive your 5-year acknowledgement and gift. Now I have to put my glasses on. All right, Mr. Sean Boulder, Director of Public Safety. You gotta get. Mrs. Julia Brooker, Bishop Access and Program Coordinator. Woo, 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 woo. All right. Kristen Crosby, Director of International Admissions, cannot be here today, but we'll have someone from admissions accept her gift at the end of the afternoon. Ms. Karen Crossman, Lifelong Learning Institute Coordinator. Okay. Ms. Lee Ann Emmons, Administrative Assistant to the Provost. Woo, woo, woo. Oh. Ms. Helena Enders, New York Arts Program Director of Student Life and Recruiter. Okay. All right. Ms. Beth Fadaush, Academic Assistant. Woo! Is she here today? Nope. Okay. Ms. Amanda Getman, Associate Director of Advancement. Oh, no, you're okay. All right, Mr. Casey King, Assistant Football Coach. No? Okay. Not here today, but he'll collect afterwards. Yep. Ms. Erica Kurtz, Director of University Advancement and Communications. Ms. Lee Mascolino, Director of Career Connection. Woo, woo, woo. Brandy McCreary, Facilities Office Manager. Welcome. Paige Messersmith, Head Women's Lacrosse Coach. Okay. Mike O'Brien, Bus Driver. Okay. Bethany Reed, Assistant Men's and Women's Swim and Dive Coach. Okay. Matt Weiss, Assistant Men's Soccer Coach. Okay. And then last but certainly not least, at the 5-year mark, Mr. Robert Wood, Public Safety Officer. Oh, I see you, Matt. Sorry about that. Okay, we are going to move now to 10 years or more of service. You will receive an email from Ms. Imogene later this afternoon. While you will not be receiving a plush blanket, you will receive a link to a catalog to choose an amazing gift of your choice. Yay, all right, 10 years. Ms. Kirsta Cobb, Head Women's Volleyball Coach. Ms. Paula Ironman, Senior Associate Director of Advancement and Operations and Data. Tammy Hall, Assistant Men's and Women's Swim and Dive Coach. Mr. Will Kopp, Chief Communications Officer. Okay. Ms. Carolyn Lamert, Assistant Director and Career Catalyst. And certainly last but not least, at the 10-year Service Award, Melissa Nelson, Payroll and HR Manager. All right. We have one amazing human being serving 15 years, Miss Lisa Tabak, our laboratory manager. Yay! We have a total of 4 celebrating 20 years of service here at Ohio Wesleyan. We'll welcome up first Mr. Darrell Albin, Director of International and Off-Campus Programs. We will welcome now Ms. Emily Clark, Executive Director of the New York Arts Program. Okay. We have Mr. Shane DeWiggins, our ground supervisor. And last and certainly not least, we have Miss Lisa Ho, Associate Director of International and Off-Campus Programs. Woo, woo, woo! We will now celebrate 2 amazing individuals at 25 years of service. Mr. Del Bruh, Associate Provost. And Mr. Michael DeWitt, Head Men's Basketball Coach. All right. Moving on, we have 2 individuals who are celebrating 40 years of service here at Ohio Wesleyan University. We have Mr. Mark Beckenbach, Associate Director of Media Relations, Sport Information Director. He's not here today. Okay. And then we also have Mr. Fodi Frentos, Coordinator of Athletic Facilities and Equipment. No, not here today. Okay. And now we'll welcome back up President Vandenberg to introduce our star speakers. Yes.
Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I suspect that we have a lot of people doing their own reception altogether in the Service Award. It is a privilege to be able to announce our 2 major awards for this year's lunch. We'll start with the Spark Award, which is an award that we kicked off for the first time last year, and it recognizes a staff member who has served up to 5 years at the university. Now, both the Spark and the Star Awards honor Bishop members who, quote, beam with Bishop pride, are hardworking, supportive, positive, and always on their A game. Last year's Spark Award winner, the inaugural winner, was our physics lab manager, Kyle Pellegrin. Kyle, would you please stand up so we can appreciate you for a moment? There he is. All right, so this year's Spark winner is Director of First Generation Student Success, Thea Smekins. So Thea's multiple nominators shared that she has given first-generation students and first-generation student programs a face and space on this campus. She has already transformed OWU's support of first-gen students from an idea, a concept, to a vital, widely appreciated, you might even say irreplaceable component of the OWU experience. And from my own experience, my own perspective, I would share with you that Thea strikes me as someone who is filled with grit and determination. She is always incredibly well prepared, and she is utterly, and I emphasize utterly, unflappable. And I got a firsthand look at those qualities when I had a chance to share the news of this award with her. So there's this tradition that the president personally informs the award winner, but I ask you, how do you schedule a meeting with someone you don't often meet in person, personally, without completely freaking them out? You need to have a ruse, and that's where Dr. Dwayne Todd comes in. He invited Thea to a meeting, supposedly to go over some numbers related to first-gen metrics, and by the time I had arrived, fashionably late, of course, Thea had already launched into this major presentation to Dwayne. And a few minutes in, I come bursting through the office. I crash the meeting like the Kool-Aid guy. I find the nearest empty seat, and I plopped down into that seat, and I said precisely nothing. So Thea didn't even flinch. She smiled at me politely, and then she turned back to Dwayne and continued on with her presentation. It was like she was thinking, well, I guess Matt just crashes random meetings now. That's fine, moving on. To me, though, it was this perfect illustration of what makes Thea so extraordinary. It's her ability to be able to roll with the unexpected, to stay focused, and to keep delivering. And those are the exact qualities that our first-gen programs and she instills in our students so very well. She is a fantastic choice for this year's Spark Award. And I'd like to offer one more round of applause for Thea and bring up Dwayne Todd to tell us more. Dwayne?
That is, as Matt described it, finding a reason to meet with Thea. We had just talked about some first-gen numbers the week before. There was an email that started circulating, and so I'm like, that's my in. So we have the meeting about the numbers. I don't even remember what it really was about, but it's something like that. And then Matt walks in, and Thea's expression was almost like, can you wait outside, please? We're discussing something. And then she realized, okay, this is not really what this meeting was about in the first place. But yes, when I learned from Matt that Thea was going to be the Spark recipient this year, I thought my immediate reaction was, well, of course she is. Of course she is. Anyone who has known Thea and interacts with her knows her bright personality just lights up a room and shines through. Her passion for her work is deep and meaningful. Her willingness to roll up her sleeves no matter what the task is. She's the first to step up. And her contagious optimism are a keen aspect of her personality and the reason why she's so welcomed and beloved here. Supporting first-gen students is not easy, as you can imagine. They have as many diverse needs as the rest of our student body, and here we have Thea, who is trying to meet all of those needs in many ways, in partnership with a lot of you. But her commitment to that is making a difference, and that's evidenced in the ways that I see students seeking her out. She has a visible office there on the second floor of Hamwell. We put that office there on purpose to make it easy to find. And sure enough, they have found her, and she always has the door open and a welcoming seat to invite students in to sit down and just talk. So I had the pleasure of working with Thea when she first worked for Ohio Wesleyan as a residential living coordinator. Those of you who've been around 5 or more years may remember that Thea was in a different role with us for a little while. And if you want to see people performing in a high-stress environment in an optimum way, be a residential living coordinator for 1 week. And you will see all of your patients tested and your skills challenged in many ways. And Thea was a rock star then. I knew when she left us that we were losing a good one. She did lose her mind for a little bit and went to work for a couple other institutions, but found her way back here when I heard that she was in the pool to become our director for First Gen support. I was ecstatic, and I couldn't have been more excited for her. I knew we would be in good hands, and indeed we are. So Thea, we're fortunate to have you back at OWU, and for pouring yourself into our students every day the way you do. Thank you.
All right, we now move on to our Special Thanks and Recognition, or STAR Award. But first, I want to take a moment and recognize anyone who has received this award in the past. So if you are a previous recipient of the STAR Award, would you please stand so we can appreciate you? Yeah, there you go. They're shy. So today we get to honor a longtime staff member who exemplifies all the things that we put into the criteria for the STAR Award. And those are going above and beyond the normal job responsibilities, earning the trust and respect from their colleagues, making a positive impact on faculty, staff, students, and or trustees, exemplifying the pride and spirit of Ohio Wesleyan and the outside community, and continuously demonstrating dedication to OWU. One of our nominators said the following about this year's STAR Award recipient. They said, quote, "Anyone who has ever worked with her knows she works evenings, weekends, and during the academic day. She calmly helps us, is easy to work with, and does a fantastic job." Now, for my part, I couldn't agree any more with that analysis, but I might make one little tweak. I might switch out the word calm for fast, because this person is so dedicated, so exuberant, so dedicated to service that she actually runs from place to place just to get a task done that much better and that much sooner. And she literally races to help other people. I would submit that our events, our recordings, our gatherings, our performances, our meetings, they simply would not be the same without her. I believe that she truly embodies the spirit of service that makes OWU so very special. And if you have not been able to ascertain who I am talking about yet, you probably haven't met her. So please join me in recognizing OWU star and Multimedia Technology Services Manager, Elaine Chu. Congratulations. Can I give you a hug? Congrats, you deserve this. And now here's Nancy Rakowski to tell us more.
I'm honored that Elaine asked me to do this. So, some people are so iconic, they only need a single name for us to recognize them. Prince, Adele, Beyonce, Elaine. Icons possess unique talents, they're successful in their field, they make an impact on their communities. That makes them widely admired and memorable. How many of you have enlisted Elaine in your events? Yeah. Can you do that again, just for Elaine? Maybe the photographer? That's why she's here today. And of those of you who've enlisted Elaine, how many of you feel 100% more comfortable after she's in the room? Yeah, absolutely. So because she has an impact on all of us, I've asked a few colleagues, why is Elaine iconic? And here's what they said. Elaine is uniquely engaged in the daily life of our campus. One faculty member said, she knows what's happening on campus today. She's participated in so many of our treasured past experiences, and my guess is she's probably the first one to know what's happening tomorrow. Another colleague shared, Elaine is gifted at her work, dependable and reliable. Elaine is incredibly dependable. I'm truly grateful to have complete confidence that my media requests will be handled seamlessly. From an administrator, Elaine is committed to each of us and OWU as a whole. Elaine is humbly committed, dedicated, detailed, and a significant value add to the OWU campus. And a staff member who frequently works with Elaine on major projects said, she manages complicated schedules and tasks like a boss. She asks good questions, I'm sorry to say, things I haven't even thought of, and she always goes the extra mile to make sure everything is just right, and I appreciate that. Last and certainly not least, Elaine has made an impact on our students and the Delaware community. If you listen to Matt's definition of the Star Award, you know that she fits every single category. Our students will be thrilled, our community will be thrilled to hear about Elaine's award, but they won't be surprised. And here's a few reasons why. Last semester, Elaine assisted with Diwali, Culture Fest, Rafiki events, and many, many more student events, always in the evening or on the weekend. Every October on a Saturday, Elaine takes a campus band full of OWU students to the preservation parks and trick-or-treats down a trail. She wears a kid-friendly costume, hands out candy, probably like a boss. Elaine spends a significant amount of time helping with our Lifelong Learning Institute, with our AV needs, and with Helpline of Delaware and Morrow counties. Since September, and again, Matt alluded to this, Elaine has helped when she really didn't need to, on 13 weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Many by choice, and I might say out of goodness. She's been working weekends for years, and she does that because she wants us to be successful. Elaine is kind and patient. She inspires trust. She encourages collaboration. That's what makes her unique. That's what makes her an icon every day. That's what makes her a star today.
All right, everybody, we're going to move into the raffle at the end. Did everybody get a raffle ticket when you came in? Okay, awesome. We've got some amazing things to give out. We're going to start with some gift cards. Just so you know, we have some, I think there are 10 gift cards total. Some Kroger gift cards brought to us by Human Resources, and some Amazon gift cards from Staff Council. If you are one of the people who win one of those gift cards, you will get to pick which one you would like. And hopefully this won't be like last year where I stand up here and read 10 numbers that don't exist, thinking it's all an elaborate prank. So we'll see. All right, first winner, 279285. Hey. Awesome. All right, our second winner, 279209. Okay. Yes. All right. How about 279213? Hey. 3 for 3. 279176. Hey. Hey. 279295. Hey. See, now I'm just convinced last year was a gag, because this is, no. How about 279235? Hey. All right, that's 6. Two 79259. Hey. Two 79254. 279254. No? How about 279303? Hey. Sarah, we have one more? 2 more? 279229. Okay. All right. And 279217. Hey. Awesome. All right, those are all of the gift cards. We also have some gift bags donated from some offices on campus. The first 3 are from University Advancement and Bishop Elevate. How about 279248? Awesome. All the way in the back there. All right. All right, 279215. Hey. All right, and our last one for this batch, 279219. 279219. Hey. And then lastly, we have 5 bags donated by the Office of Admissions. 279205. That is very funny. 279292. Hey. Two 79269. Hey. Yeah. 279286. And last but certainly not least, 279234. Hey. All right. And that concludes our program. Thank you everybody so much for coming. Yeah, please. Yeah, please. I apologize. One more thing.
We're almost done. So for those of you who have 5 years or greater service, we are going to gather over here to the left, your right, to take a picture, okay? So if you could please head that way. And other than that, have a wonderful rest of your week to everyone else. Oh, no, you're fine.